Hey. Alright, so today I'm just going to go through some stretches, show you what I like to do, show you how I get my daily routine in. Figured I could do this in real time. Can't do any music because of YouTube copyright, so I'm just going to put my headphones in, kind of show you a little circuit. This is cool though. Alright. You can see here, this is the bag from the videos. I could probably do a stream here one of these days of like taking that down, setting it up. But yeah, if you haven't gotten a heavy bag yet, get you a heavy bag, because that is just really one of the few pieces of equipment I even use anymore. It's up on this beam in my basement here, and I like to get pull-ups on that too. I'll start my routine on that beam. You'll kind of see some of the things I do with little to no equipment. So I'm grabbing onto the beam right now, just stretching out. I call this the monkey stretch. Just stretching on this beam here. Nothing to it. And you can get pull-ups on the beam too if you want to. But I'll just show you some stretches today. I couldn't always touch the floor like this. But usually when I start first stretch of the day, it's kind of feet almost shoulder width apart like this, and just try to touch the toes. Grab behind the ankles. And that roll up is so important. After you touch the toes, keep your back kind of curved, and roll up. That way you can stretch everything from your back of your legs, your glutes, up to your lower back. Then I'll bring it in. So now I'll do the same stretch with my knees touching. And don't be afraid to hold those stretches. Really get a good few breaths in. So what I mean by that is get in a stretch, hold it, and then try to say, I'm going to touch my toes for 5 breaths. And just kind of breathe and hold the stretch. Most of the beginning of this stretch is just variations of touching the toes. So now I'm going to step one foot in front of the other, like I'm taking a step, and do the same thing. Reach up, reach toward the floor. Just kind of hold this. If you want to make it more advanced, you can twist and reach up. But it's a good stretch to just hold it like this too. Again, you can twist, reach up, or just hold the stretch how it is. And then you switch legs. So do the same thing. Reach up, bring it down, touch your toes. And then again, you can twist, or you can hold it. And again, just make sure you're rolling your back, keeping your back nice and loose as you come up. Don't just jerk up. And then after that, I'll spread them out. And this is the most useful stretch, in my opinion, out of pretty much any stretch you can do. Check this feed here. Okay. But this is the most useful stretch out of any stretch you can do, in my opinion. I'll show you. After I do those stretches, I'll spread out, reach up again. And I pretty much go over this in my favorite stretches video, but I'm just kind of showing you what a daily routine looks like. Kind of reach up, reach out, and then do this stretch right here. Fold your arms, put your forehead to your forearms, and then hang. Bring it up. X position. Superman. Back up. And again, if you want to check out my favorite stretches video, I pretty much go over this whole routine pretty quickly, but I just figured I'd show you guys do it, how I do it in real time, you know? This is a good stretch though. This is, if you want to bang for your buck, best stretch you can do. Squat down like this. Stretch your hips a little bit. Come up out of it. Spread out. And then fold those arms into this stretch right here. And you can swing, you can just hang, you can do anything, but it's that hip stretch. It's that bending at the hips right here. Bending your knees, getting this wide, low stance, and then pushing back up, spreading out, and then coming back in, folding those arms just to hang. And you can get really good. You can bring your legs out as much as you can. Try to touch your head to the floor. It just doesn't get much better than that. And then from there, I like to go to various like plank type stretches. So I'll show you that. So you do this, right? You come down from that. Then you can do something like this to stretch out the calves. Or go into the downward dog, right? Either way, I'm posted up. I'm posting myself up, keeping myself off the ground, getting that blood flowing, stretching out those legs a little more. It's really good. And you can go into a real plank, give your legs kind of a break, get that core warmed up a little bit. Because that's really what stretching is. It's just getting blood into places of your body that might not always have the best circulation. Bring the plank low, bring it back up. But the key is don't let your body touch the ground. We're staying up, we're staying posted the whole time. And then you can bring your legs closer together, down and up into Cobra. I'm keeping my hips off the ground, but if your arms get tired, you can drop your hips and rest on the ground too, because the key with this stretch is to just bring yourself up like this and really try to stretch out that back. Those leg stretches from earlier should help you with this. Kind of primes your lower back before you do this position, because it can kind of be painful if you're not already warmed up a little bit. So yeah, hold this Cobra and just go right back to downward dog before you get up. You can see I kind of walked to my hands, and now I can touch my toes, grab around my ankles, reach up, reach out, get another big wide stretch in, just like you just woke up. Then go back down one more time for this arms fold hang. And then here's when you, if you watch baseball, you'll see baseball players do this a lot. Roll the hips. You can do that as well, but the best hip stretch, in my opinion, is getting down into this squatted position and kind of bouncing and just having a real deep squat that you'll feel in your hips, kind of stretches out your hips. If you want more of a hip stretch, you can bring your hands to the ground and push out. Push your elbows to the inside of your knees and kind of do that wide squat while you're pushing your knees out, and you'll feel that that's a good hip stretch. And then just come up out of it. You can do your hip circles if you want, your little hip thrusts, right? And then bring your legs in and touch your toes again. The beginning stretch you did when you touched your toes, and then this end stretch you do should feel completely different. I should just be able to go straight to the ground, touch the ground, touch behind my feet with ease, because now my whole body is kind of stretched out and warmed up a little bit. So just go through your basic stretches, really. I mean, it's nothing fancy. If you want to stay limber, have a good circulation, keep the blood flowing, it's all basic stretches. So yeah, there's a kind of quick, if you're crunched on time, there's a routine in real time, what it looks like just if I need to get quick stretches in, limber up real quick. I'll just do something like that. It kind of hits the legs, hits the back, up the back, all the important areas, and then kind of helps get some blood going, give you kind of a warm up in your core too. Just don't overthink it, guys. Just the basic stretches. If you get those in consistently every day, you're going to see real results, quick results in your flexibility.